Hey guys, Dan Heilman back with another video. Today we're going to talk about what's happening with the price of a couple different things, and we're going to review everything that changed yesterday. We have had some massive changes in the crypto market, a bunch of changes in leadership, changes in laws. So we're going to go through all of that and talk about the significance of it. We'll get to that in a minute. First, let's just talk about what's happening here. We may have potentially broken out of this lower high structure. So you can see if we are on the 1 hour chart, we draw a line through these candle closes. You can see that we kind of got rejected here. We almost broke out. We came back down. We came back up. We tested. We came down a little bit. We broke out. Now we have retested here. Potentially this could mean we're going up. It also could mean we could just go sideways for quite some time. So everything is in place to basically continue this run. And we're kind of just waiting for some more catalysts or some more buying action. Maybe we'll get some countries saying, hey, we're going to be doing a similar thing. Maybe we'll get a bunch of new big companies that are allocating to Bitcoin. There was kind of a sell-off a little bit yesterday after all of this news. Now, I don't know if it was just kind of like, really toxic Bitcoin maxis just really disgusted that we might potentially get a crypto reserve instead of a Bitcoin reserve. So I don't know. We'll see what happens here. So we're going to go through everything. I had Grok kind of summarize everything, all the changes, what it means for us. So let's go through it. So the first thing that happened at around 10 a.m. was Senator Lummis said, she basically said something big is coming at 10, right? So we didn't get the news exactly. It was about 10:45 when we finally got the news, but basically they were voting on the new Senate Banking Subcommittee on digital assets. So kind of like a committee for crypto. So interesting. Digital assets are the future, and if the United States wants to remain a global leader in financial innovation, Congress needs to urgently pass bipartisan leadership establishing a comprehensive legal framework for digital assets and that strengthens the US dollar with a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Now, it's interesting. She mentioned Bitcoin reserve. We'll talk about that a little bit later. I'm humbled by my colleagues have placed their trust in me to chair this historic subcommittee, and I look forward to shepherding bipartisan legislation to President Trump's desk this year that secures our financial future. So pretty cool. Really cool. So she is super bullish on cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin. So she posts all the time and talks about how she has, already drafted a bill for this reserve and all of that good stuff. Now, the other two things that happened was there was an executive order that was issued by Trump and signed, and he also canceled the SAB 121. And we'll talk about what that means for us. So first thing is the executive order that Trump just signed. Now, a lot of it was, we're going to basically try to make America the leader of cryptocurrency. Now, of course, that doesn't do anything directly, right? So that just means that they're going to be focusing on it. So let's talk about what that really means. So the working group, an advisory group named the Presidential Working Group on Digital Assets. That's what we just talked about with Senator Lummis. So that's pretty cool. This group will be chaired by a newly appointed AI crypto czar. Oh, this is maybe a little bit different, actually. So this is the Banking Subcommittee on Digital Assets, and this is Presidential Working Group on Digital Assets. Okay, so a little bit different, apparently. So it says this group will be chaired by newly appointed AI and crypto czar, Dave Sachs, and will include key figures like the Treasury Secretary and the SEC Chairman. Interesting. Treasury Secretary and SEC Chairman. That's pretty cool. Prohibition on CBDCs. So that is a central bank digital currency. I know a lot of people do not want this to happen because of kind of the power it gives, the government over people's spending, right? So if there's a common currency that is controlled by the government, they could do all sorts of things from freezing assets. People are worried about getting social credit scores and all of that stuff. So there is a lot of worries that could happen if this is implemented. I think the US dollar at this point is mostly digital anyways, so I don't know that that's a huge one, but I know this will make a lot of people happy. I am definitely just happy that it's not looming over our head is something, because they would directly compete with cryptocurrency. So I guess that's the amazing news about that right there. So regulatory clarity. It seeks to reduce regulatory overreach and provides clarity to promote the growth of the crypto sector. This order revokes previous regulation frameworks set by Biden administration, which were seen as stifling innovation. There was a bunch of these choke point 2.0, choke point 1.0, where they basically, the Biden administration was telling all banks that do not deal with cryptocurrency, just don't do it, which is just awful, right? I don't know why you would stifle innovation, technology innovation. It's just wild. I don't get it. I don't get it. With recommendations for modification and rescission to the proposed within specific timeframes. Okay. Support for crypto industry. The executive order supports the responsible growth and use of the digital asset, blockchain technology, and related technologies. Positioning the U.S. as a leader in digital financial technology, it addresses concerns like Operation Choke Point 2.0, what I was just talking about. That's awesome. Now have access to banking services by directing agencies to reassess policies that might hinder crypto business. I mean, how bullish is this? Like literally. Market reaction. Despite the market's high expectations, the immediate reaction to the executive order was relatively subdued, with some analysts suggesting that more concrete policy announcements were needed for a significant market response. Yeah, it was really interesting. We had all of this bullish news and like the price actually sold off, which is kind of weird. And then here's the SAB 121. This is kind of the summarization of what this does for cryptocurrency. Balance sheet treatment. Previously required companies to hold crypto assets on behalf of customers to record these assets as liabilities on their balance sheet. That's odd, right? A liability is usually like a debt, right? So you have assets and you have liabilities. So it's kind of weird because they're assets, so they should be counted as assets, not liabilities. But that was just part of the crypto chokehold, whatever, 2.0. So this was seen as a burdensome because it implies that firms needed to hold corresponding capitals against these assets, potentially deterring banks and other financial institutions from offering crypto custody services. With the cancellation, this requirement is removed, potentially making it easier for traditional financial entities to engage with cryptocurrencies. So this is interesting. We could see banks start holding cryptocurrency in their own reserves. We could see, big buyers who don't want to hold their own cryptocurrency going to banks to kind of hold it for them. So that's awesome. Reduces barrier for banks. The rules cancellation is expected to encourage more traditional banks to offer crypto custody services, what I just said, in a restricted manner. This might lead to broader acceptance and integration of cryptocurrencies into the traditional financial systems, aka TradFi. So, regulatory clarity. The withdrawal of this eliminates a source of confusion and contention within the industry. It's seen as a move towards regulatory clarity, which has been a significant demand for the crypto sector for years. I mean, we've seen more in 2-3 days for the crypto market than we've seen in its entire history, right? We've gone back and forth from, China completely banning it, other countries banning it, the US just literally launching full-scale warfare against it for quite some time. Yeah, this rule is expected to encourage more banks to offer crypto services. The withdrawal eliminates a source of confusion. So, I mean, look at all this stuff that's changing. It's really insane. Retroactive application. The new guidance under SAB 122, which replaces SAB 121, allows companies to evaluate their obligations to safeguard crypto assets under broader accounting standards. This change is retroactive for fiscal years beginning after December 2024. Interesting. Okay. With early adoption permitted, providing a framework that aligns more closely with existing accounting practices. That's cool. And investor transparency. When it's gone, the SEC has emphasized that entities must still provide clear disclosures about the crypto additives to investors. This ensures that while the accounting burden is lessened, transparency regarding the risks remain intact. Of course, crypto is risky. It's very risky, but that riskiness and volatility leads to huge gains as well as big pullbacks. So generally viewed as positive development for the crypto industry, potentially opening up new avenues for institutional involvement. That's the big thing, right? So now companies are more likely to get in. Banks are more likely to get in. Now countries, if we get these, strategic reserves and all this coming in, I mean, I don't know how you could look at any of this and say it's bearish. Now, I did see a lot of negativity. People really mad about, let's see, crypto. Let's see if I can find some people. There was a lot of people who were like really mad about all of this. like just really angry and all of this, saying it. Anyways, I probably won't look for it too long, but I mean, people were talking about it. Yeah, the moment when a Bitcoin strategic reserve is announced, you should buy ETH. Yeah, just people are talking. They were super mad because it wasn't only Bitcoin, it was other assets. So I saw a bunch of nasty posts from some people who are Bitcoin maxis. Now, I would consider myself a Bitcoin mostly, not a maxi. I have a lot of altcoins, but my biggest holding is still Bitcoin. It just kind of removes a lot of the here we go. Part of Trump's crypto strategic reserve executive calls for a basket of crypto reserve assets. This shouldn't be an opportunity to fill it with shitcoins that have bought goodwill. If Trump is getting honest crypto advice, a crypto basket should be one asset Bitcoin. So there was 100 posts like this. People extremely angry about it. Maybe it's just because I follow a lot of Bitcoin maxis because, in the end, Bitcoin is my favorite cryptocurrency, right? A lot of people will say it's not a cryptocurrency, it's Bitcoin. It is a cryptocurrency for sure by definition. But yeah, so I don't know what's going to go in here. I don't know if it will end up being other currencies, but I mean, this is massive. Just in the last 2-3 days, it has been insane. And here we go. We have the news, of course, of free Ross. So he was freed, which is awesome. People were like, oh, he said he would pardon him day one, and he pretty much did pardon him day one, because day one was kind of like a half day, and then he pardoned him the next day, which was really like his first full day. So he did get pardoned on his very first full day. Here he is reuniting with his wife after, was it like 11 years or something? A long time. So this guy basically made the Silk Road. I've seen a bunch of nasty comments too about him saying, why are we letting this drug lord out of prison? And it's like, I mean, would people say that about the creator of Amazon and the creator of eBay? And right, because this guy just made a website that people could use cryptocurrency to buy whatever from other people, right? He didn't design it as a drug website, right? So that's kind of a bad take in my opinion on that one. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. The market will open in about an hour and we'll see what we're doing here. But I mean, everything Trump has done and this administration so far is massively bullish for cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin included, altcoins. Now, altcoins are kind of in a weird place this cycle, at least so far, because, Bitcoin dominance kind of just been hanging out at the top. And then if we look at the others market, we've kind of just been making lower highs. Some people believe that we might need to see quantitative easing start, quantitative tightening end for this to have a huge move. Also, there's theories that there's just so many altcoins now that they're all devalued because there's just so many basically diluting. So, in 2017, the altcoin market was pretty insane. You could buy pretty much anything because there was a small amount of coins, right? And every new coin that got minted basically just went up like insane. So, there's like 1 trillion coins right now, just meme coins all over left and right. We got pump.fun, all that stuff. So maybe we see a muted altcoin market. I don't know. I can't predict the future. I have no idea. I do have a lot of holdings in meme coins, and I'm just hoping that they outperform Bitcoin over the next year, but we never know. I have a lot of Bitcoin as well. So I'm kind of hedging my bets with as much Bitcoin. I think I have about maybe 30, 40, maybe 40% Bitcoin right now. So I'm hedging my bets against an altcoin market in that way, but I'm still mostly into the altcoin market because I do want to experience those big gains. I'm still up a lot on a lot of my coins, depending on when you bought. But anyways, that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I've never been more bullish. I don't know why we're selling off. I don't know why people aren't more bullish because of this. But in the end, we will see what happens here. Have a great day, everyone. If you do want to sign up for Bitunix, I have a link below. I do have a big trade on SPX that I have open. I was up about $900. I took some profits. It's back down. I've basically been trading this. You can kind of see. So I had a bunch of buys in here. I sold some up at the top here. I bought in again down here. I was sleeping right here, so I didn't take any profits. It came back down. I bought some more. SPX has been a very good performer, and it's down a little bit. So if you want to do any leverage trading, sign up for Bitunix. It's an amazing exchange. Literally my favorite exchange. If you use my link, you get a big discount on fees, and there's a bunch of campaigns, welcome bonuses. You can get up to $5,500 for signing up, and they have proof of reserves. It's an amazing exchange, guys. So check it out. I have been trading SPX, and I do have a big holding in SPX. All I am waiting is for it to pop back up, and I'll take some more profits. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Have a great day, everyone. See you guys.